I'll move on to some general industry trends as I've been, Ira tends to roll his eyes every so often when I'll bring, editors get edited too. And I'll bring him some copy, and usually it's the pre-show story, and he'll give me this look that says, can't you be a little positive? I tend to, bad news is news, good news, everybody expects good news. And sometimes it's really tough. And this is one of those years I was actually gratified. I stopped by the office, and I'll just give you the subhead of the Lima release from this morning about their numbers. I won't tell you what their numbers are, but they mentioned, the headline is that the study's been released, and the subhead is, maturing industry still delivers. Well, when I see the word maturing there, their numbers are down a little bit also. Ours, we had the industry down as 4% this year. It's a tough time. I don't think there's any getting around that. All you have to do is go fill up your gas tank. All you have to do is go shop for groceries, and everybody knows there's less disposable income out there. What that means for the licensing community, I think the definition of success is smaller than it was even 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I think everybody has to look more for the niches and understand that the billion-dollar program is probably a figment of your imagination, except with rare exception. And you look for the smaller opportunities. I've had several people in the past few weeks talk to me about one way they're squeezing onto retail shelves is looking at the seasonal aisle and trying to do more in the seasonal aisle as a way of getting their foot in the door. This is where if I can own Halloween, if I can own Easter, it's a way for me to get in with that retailer and make something happen. I mentioned the web. There's a lot more creative web marketing going on. At Toy Fair this year, it kind of got to me when every last collectible plush had 2.0 after it. It's no longer enough. You're not going to differentiate yourself at this point by saying, I'm on the web. But creative web-based marketing, I think, is an important component of anything that goes on these days. A couple things that have been mentioned to me in the past couple weeks. Dilbert, United Media's Dilbert. They now have a website where basically they're putting up strips without words and having readers fill in the dialogue. And then they're going to be displaying them to everybody else. They're losing some control. Scott Adams obviously is bought into this, but it's something that gets people talking. It gets their creative juices. It makes them want to come back, see what other people have done, see how many people have read theirs. Waldo, where's Waldo? They're doing a lot of very web-based stuff in terms of join the search. They know that their target market for now is really the 20-somethings who grew up with the Waldo books. It's not the kids. They're setting the stage for kids later on for 2010 or so, but right now it's very much a web-based thing, a lot of web-based activities that they're doing to try to relaunch the brand. So just being on the web, it's not a differentiation point anymore, but you have to do some creative things. I'm going to say some things very quickly that everybody knows about. Hyper-conservatism among retailers in the tough economy, a private label cutting into a lot of shelf space that might have gone to licensed products before. But by the same token, private label does present some opportunities. You look at what Macy's is doing with all their celebrity brands and all that. Those are private labels. They're licensed private labels, but those are private labels in essence. So the whole private label move does present some opportunities. There's a lot of worry about certain retailers, Mervyn's, Sears, Kmart, Linens and things in bankruptcy. So there's a lot of uncertainty about who's going to get shipped and when and on what basis and things of that sort. Licensing programs, not always, but I'm hearing a lot of people talk about doing fewer SKUs per license because they say numbers 10 through 15 aren't going to get to the shelf anyway, so we're not going to throw our money away by doing those. We'll really concentrate on those core, and the core is smaller than it was. DTR still a major factor in the U.S. And the other thing is green. Everybody is in some way, shape, or form glomming on to eco-friendly or green or sustainable. I fear that these are becoming the overused marketing buzzwords of this year and who knows how much farther. It's real where it there are cases where it is real, but it's going to be more and more difficult to separate the hype from the reality and what's really going on out there. So yes, somebody said to me that this show is going to have more eco-friendly show bags than any in history. We will be watching for that. Maybe we can do a count at the end. But I wish you all a good show. There are opportunities out there, and stay cool. Thank you.